Up, motherfucker.
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me, I thought he was a con artist.
No,
just based off his look.
They're edgy.
Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Monday, October 25th, 2021. Got a pretty good slate of games for you today. Got Monday Night Football tonight. Got a bunch of NBA games today. Then we'll also look at the early NFL spreads. If you were betting this weekend, hopefully you had a good weekend betting, won some money. We hit one parlay yesterday. Me and my dad went out to, and Steve went out to the casino. We hit one parlay yesterday, but all right. Let's see. What happened here? All right. Before we get started, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. That show's live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We're also live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. That show is live Monday, Wednesday, Friday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at 1 p.m. Eastern. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. You get... That's where we post all the information about our shows. We post our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show on there. All our interview announcements for GSR, our announcements for our new podcast we're getting ready to start. GWR will all be on there as well. So make sure you follow us on social media so you don't miss. So you don't miss any of our announcements. Also, you can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR Gonzo Sports Room in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. We got t-shirts, hats, hoodies. I got one of the Easy Money t-shirts on now. You can see one of the GWR shirts back here in the background. If you're in the Muncie area and would like one of these GWR shirts, we do have some of them on hand. Get a hold of myself or Steve or Eric, and we can get you one. All the other shirts right now, we don't have any on hand. You have to order everything from the merch store. You can find that link in the video description, or it's also going across the bottom of the screen. But all right, let's get started on today's games. Let's go ahead and start with Monday Night Football tonight. All right, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Seattle Seahawks. The Saints are 4.5-point favorites. They're minus 210 on the money line. The Seahawks are plus 176 on the money line. And the over-under for this game is at 41.5. The underdog is 4-1 in these teams' last five meetings. Last five times the Saints and the Seahawks have played, the underdog is 4-1. Saints have covered two of the three road games. Taysom Hill and Deontay Harris are both questionable. Saints have a strong defense, so that's their strongest part of their team this year is their defense. Winston hasn't been playing terrible, but their defense is pretty damn strong. Their secondary has 9 interceptions. That's up there toward the tops of the league. The Seahawks, they give up an average of 433 yards a game on defense. And they also They don't have Russell Wilson, so Geno Smith will be starting. I know the underdog has done good in this series, but I think the Saints are going to have a little bit more offensive. I think the Saints have a little bit more offensive power than what the Seahawks do with not having Russell Wilson. So I would lean toward the Saints here at the -4.5. And also, I like the over the 41.5. Oh, I definitely like the over the 41.5. That seems way low to me. I think both these teams have a chance to get in the 20s. And if the Seahawks don't get in the 20s, I think the Saints could be in the 30s. So, yeah, I think 41.5 is way too low. All right. That's all for Monday Night Football. We'll jump over to the NBA. And after we get done with the NBA, we'll look ahead at the NFL lines. First game night, be a game I'll be watching. Indiana Pacers are hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are 2-point favorites on the road. They're -130 on the money line. The Pacers are +110 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 230. The Bucks are 2-1 straight up and against the spread. Lopez and Portis are both questionable for tonight. The Bucks have depth issues, especially size-wise. I think the Pacers are going to be able to take advantage of that tonight with Miles Turner and Sabonis. The Pacers are 1-2 straight up and against the spread so far this season. Okay, sorry about that. That microphone was bugging me. It was too high. All right. Pacers are 1-2 straight up against the spread. All three of their games have been close. They lost the first game of the season. They lost by 1 or 2 points. Then their last two games have went in overtime. They lost to the Hornets in overtime, and then they were able to beat the Heat in overtime Saturday night. I like the Pacers here. I think they're Pacers' depth, even though they don't have Warren or LeVert right now. But we have some size. I think we match up bad for the Bucks. This was a 6-point. Pacers were 6-point favorites last night. Before I went to bed, when I was writing down some notes and stuff, and now they're only 2-point favorites. So that means money is coming in on Indy, but I like the Pacers here money line at the +110. Next game is the Boston Celtics at the Charlotte Hornets. The Celtics are a half-point favorite on the road. They're -108 on the money line. The Hornets are -108 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 223.5. They basically have this game as a pick 'em. Hornets aren't bad at all. They're a pretty good team, and LaMelo Ball can score. The Celtics aren't bad either. With Jaylen Brown and Tatum are both playing good. I lean toward the Celtics here in this game at the -108 on the money line. And I like the over to the 223. I think both these teams are going to score some points. Magic and Heat. The Heat are 13-point favorites at home. They're -1,000 on the money line. The Magic are +600 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 211.5. I like the Heat here. The Magic don't have enough offense, and their defense isn't the greatest. Magic got rid of. They're in a rebuild stage, where the Heat aren't in the rebuild stage. The Heat have Butler's playing well. Tyler Hero's playing well for the Heat as well. I would lean toward the Heat at the -13, but 13 points is a lot of points. I don't know if I would lay that, but that's what I would lean to if I was going to put a bet on that game. Next game is the Chicago Bulls at the Toronto Raptors. The the Bulls are 3-0. Raptors are 1-2. The Bulls are 2-point favorites on the road. They're minus 122 on the money line. The Raptors are plus 104 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 211.5. The Levine for the Bulls is averaging 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists a game. Ball and DeRozan have combined to average 35 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists. So Ball and DeRozan have got off to a good start with the Bulls. The Raptors are 1-2. They've lost both home games. They struggle offensively. Van Fleet's basically their main guy now since they've lost Lowry. I like the Bulls here, -2 on the road. I just think the Bulls have too much offense for the Raptors to keep up with. I'll lean toward the under to 211.5. Then you have the Washington Wizards at the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are 7-point favorites. They're minus 275 on the money line. The Wizards are plus 225 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 228. I like the Nets here. Washington don't have enough offense to keep up with the Nets, even without Kyrie Irving. I would lean toward the Nets here at the -7. I think I would lean toward the under the 228. I think Brooklyn will score, but I don't think the Wizards are going to be able to keep up. Next game is the Detroit Pistons at the Atlanta Hawks. Pistons are 0-2. Hawks are 1-1. The Hawks are 12-point favorites at home, minus 700 on the money line. The Pistons are plus 500 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 212.5. Pistons lost last 2 games to have lost their last 2 games. The Pistons' size could affect the Hawks. So Pistons have a lot of size. Their Pistons are the least efficient offense in the NBA, and they're the 5th most efficient defense. So they do have decent defense, but their offense is not efficient at all. The Hawks have struggled. They struggled offensively last game. The Hawks struggled offensively last game. Reddish has been good off the bench for the Hawks. I lean toward the. What was it? Let me see what the spreads went down to. Spreads at 12 now. I lean toward the Pistons at the plus 12. I think the Pistons are going to hang around with the Hawks tonight. I like the under the 212.5. I would lean toward the under 212.5. Next game is the Pelicans at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pelicans are 0-3. Timberwolves are 2-0. The Timberwolves are 5.5-point favorites. They're minus 235 on the money line. The Pelicans are minus 194 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 225.5. Pelicans are 2-12 without Zion. Pelicans are averaging 99 points a game. Minnesota beat New Orleans 96-89 on Saturday. This will be the second time they played here in just a couple days. I like the Timberwolves here, and not just because they beat them the other day, but without Zion, and Pelicans are struggling to score. So I lean toward the Timberwolves at the minus 5.5, and also lean toward the under the 225.5. Pelicans just don't score enough points. I don't think that number is going to get up there. Then we have the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets are minus 9.5 on the run, or 9.5-point favorites. Nuggets are minus 490 on the money line. Cleveland is plus 380 on the money line. Over-under set at 220.5. I like the Nuggets here. Cleveland don't have enough offense to keep up with the Nuggets. Cleveland, I don't think has anybody that's going to be able to stop Jokic. I would lean toward the Nuggets at the -9.5, and over the 220.5 in this game. Then, next game is the Portland Trailblazers at the Los Angeles Clippers. Portland is 1-1. The Clippers are 0-2. Give me just 1 second here, real quick. I don't know what happened there, but whatever. I'm not worried about it. Okay. Clippers are 2.5-point favorites at home, -142 on the money line. Portland is +120 on the money line. Over/unders at 230. Portland, McCollum's averaging 31 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists a game. Lillard has struggled there to start the season. Now he's averaging 19.5 points, but he is averaging 10 assists. Portland has pretty good depth. Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out, so George has been trying to carry the load. He's averaging 35 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists through the first 2 games, but they lost those 2 games. I lean toward Portland here at the +2.5, or maybe even money line. Clippers are just not playing very good right now. All right, that is all the NBA games for today. We're going to take a short break, then we'll be right back, and we'll talk some early NFL lines. So enjoy this clip while we go to break, and we'll be back here in just a couple minutes.
Back is messed up.
I just haven't bought into all the Jake Paul hype yet. I think he's a good boxer. Do I think he's a high level and can compete with like professional boxers? No. Has he fought a pure striker or a pure boxer where he could prove that he can box at a pro level? Not yet. Tyron Woodley's going to be the best striker he's fought. Tyron Woodley ain't a boxer, but Tyron Woodley's going to be the best pure striker that Woodley's fought so far. He fought an NBA player that was coming in with his head down and not even looking where he was throwing. Then he fought Ben Askren, and I'm a big Ben Askren fan. Ben Askren ain't known for his striking. I don't know why Ben Askren even thought he was going to get there and box. Ben Askren beat people by taking them down, holding them down, and pounding them somewhere they're on the ground. He wasn't known at all for his striking ability on his feet. Yeah, you can't take it away from him. Jake Paul, he's looked good in them fights. I think Woodley's going to be the toughest fight he's had so far, just because I think Woodley's the best striker he's fought. But I'd like to see him fight a boxer. You don't even have to be a top level boxer yet. Fight a mid level boxer everybody knows. See how it goes. If it goes good, move up in competition. But I'm not saying jump in against like Floyd Mayweather or somebody like that. Your first time fighting a professional boxer. You don't have to do that, but just fight somebody that's a boxer, not an NBA player, not a wrestler. Now you're fighting an MMA guy that, hey, can strike. I think Woodley's going to knock Paul's head off. I think Woodley is going to have too much power for him. I think Woodley has enough striking that he's going to be able to compete with him. I don't think Jake Paul's going to beat Woodley, but I'm not going to lie. I'm interested in seeing it on. It's next Sunday night. Coon Dog's in the house. Just the Coon Dog. All right, welcome back to the show. Easy Money, a sports betting show. Monday, October 5th, 2021. If you were betting over the weekend, I hope you won some of that easy money. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're also live 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. That's our sports talk show. Come join us for that. Usually 3 or 4 of us in here, always having a good conversation. If everything goes right here, I'm hoping by the end of this week we'll be dropping our first episode of our new pro wrestling podcast, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. So be on the lookout for that. If you're a pro wrestling fan, check out our YouTube page. We have a couple live shows that we've broadcasted from for DCCW, Delaware County Championship Wrestling. The last show, the Harvest Havoc 3, had WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi on it. It also had WWE legend The Boogeyman was there. WWE legend Samu was there. WWE prospect Dex Royal. You had the realest tag team, the highlight reel. Corey Storm, Drake Christ. Hey, it was a great show. If you haven't seen it, go check it out on our YouTube page. Please hit that subscribe button and that bell so you get notifications of when we go live. You can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR Gonzo Sports Room, both in podcast form, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. We got 2 big shows coming up this week on Wednesday. Special show, special time. 7 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday night, October 27th. We'll have owner of DCCW, Coon Dog Terry Coons, and also DCCW Security, Roger Little, will both be live in studio with us. Should be a great conversation. Come join us for that. And then on Friday, we have a real big show, 1 p.m. Eastern. GSR Gonzo Sports Room is going to turn into GWR for Friday. And we're going to have the return of the director Hollywood House and the return of the ladies' man Mike King. Yeah, you heard that right. Both of them are going to be here live in studio on Friday. Should be an awesome show. Make sure you come join us for that. All right, let's jump back into some sports here. Let's look ahead at some of these NFL early lines. All right, here we go. Thursday night, you have the Green Bay Packers at the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are 3.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 190 on the money line. The Packers are plus 160 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 53. Excuse me. This is going to be a good game. Man. I could see this being a field goal game at plus 3.5. I would lean toward the Packers with that hook because I could see this being around a 3-point game. I think it's going to be a close game. Both offenses are capable of exploding and scoring points. Cardinals defense has been playing well. Packers defense hasn't been playing too bad either. Over under 53. I would lean toward the over here. But yeah, at plus 3.5, I would take the Packers. Dolphins and Bills. Bills are 13.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 950 on the money line. The Dolphins are plus 640 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 48.5. I like the Bills here. 13.5 is a lot of points. It's a lot of points to lay, but the way the Dolphins have been playing and the way the Bills have been playing, I lean toward Bills minus 13.5. And I think I lean toward the under the 48.5. Panthers at Falcons, two teams that are up and down. Falcons are 3-point favorites at home. They're minus 154 on the money line. The Panthers are plus 130 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 46.5. Panthers are struggling without Christian McCaffrey. And Darnold did not look good at all yesterday as the Panthers got beat by the Giants. The Falcons are an up-and-down team. They have an offense that can score points, so I would lean toward the Falcons here at the minus 3. And I would lean toward the under the 46.5. I could see this being a low-scoring game. Eagles at the Lions. The Eagles are 3.5-point favorites on the road. Minus 178 on the money line. Detroit is plus 150 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 47.5. I like Detroit here. I think Detroit's going to get their first win of the season here against the Eagles at home. The Eagles didn't look good at all to me yesterday. The Lions have been in some games and have had chances to win games. They played the Rams pretty tough last night. I think the Lions get their first win this week. I would take the Lions at the plus 3.5, or I lean toward taking them at the money line at the plus 150. Titans and Colts, big game here. Colts got off to a slow start this season. They're trying to get back in it. This will be a big win as they're 2 games behind Tennessee in the division. The Colts are 1-point favorites at home, minus 106 on the money line. The Titans are minus 110 on the money line. Over-under for this game set at 49. I like the Colts here. Colts should have beat them earlier in the year when they played them the first time. I think the Colts are going to get them this time at home. I like the Colts at the minus 106 on the money line. Defense is starting to play better. We got to get healthy. We keep losing cornerbacks, and that's hurting us. We have T.Y. Hilton down, Paris Campbell's down on offense. So it'd be nice to get those guys back. But Carson Wentz has been playing good. We got to slow down Derrick Henry. Is going to be the key, slowing him down. I'm not going to lie. Titans looked good yesterday. Man, they played good yesterday. But against the Chiefs. But Chiefs defense is terrible. So I lean toward the Colts, but as you can tell from behind me, I'm a big diehard Colts fan. So keep that in account on that. But I think the Colts are going to beat the Titans next Sunday. Rams at the Texans. Rams are 14.5-point favorites. They're minus 1,000 on the money line. The Texans are plus 660 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 47. I like the Rams in this game. 14.5 is a lot of points. I would like to get it at 14, but I don't know if it'll go down to 14. Hell, it might move even farther up. So it'd be something to keep an eye on if it moves up or down. I lean toward the Rams in this game. I like the Rams in this game. I think the Rams are definitely going to win. But 14.5 is a lot of points in the NFL. I know the Texans aren't very good. I understand that. Texans aren't very good at all right now. But still, 14.5 points in the NFL is a lot of points. I'd feel more comfortable at 14 because then you have that chance for a push. Bengals at the Jets. Hey, Bengals are looking like they might be a real contender in the AFC. Joe Burrow's playing good. The Bengals defense is stepping up. Bengals are 9.5-point favorites. They're minus 450 on the money line. The Jets are plus 350 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 43.5. I like the Bengals here at the minus 9.5, and I would jump on this now because this number is probably going to get up to, I would say, around 11, maybe 11.5 by the end of the week. The Jets just aren't a very good football team right now. Bengals are playing well. I like the Bengals here at the minus 9.5, and I like the over the 43.5. Steelers at the Browns. Browns are 3-point favorites at home. They're minus 176 on the money line. The Steelers are plus 148 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 42.5. Don't know if Baker Mayfield will be back for the Browns, but that don't concern me that much. I don't think Case Keenum's, if he's any drop off from Baker, he's not much of a drop off from Baker. I think they're pretty much about the same player myself. Steelers have coming off the bye week, right? Yeah, they got to get their offense going a little better, especially the run game. They need to get that run game going. I lean toward the Browns here at the -3, even if Keenum is the quarterback. 49ers at the Bears. 49ers are 3.5-point favorites on the road right now. They're -194 on the money line. The Bears are plus 162 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 41.5. Colts was able to shut down the San Francisco offense pretty good last night. I think the Bears defense could have some success against this 49ers offense, but I don't see the Bears offense having much success against the 49ers offense. I like the 49ers here at the -3.5. I think Matt Nagy is a terrible coach. Bears need to get him out of there. And until the Bears get Matt Nagy out of there, I don't think they're going to do anything. And if they don't get him out of there quick, they might let him ruin another young quarterback that has a lot of potential and talent. He already done that with Mitch Trubisky. Now you're going to let him do that with Fields again. Chicago needs to wake up, get rid of Nagy. But I like the 49ers at the -3.5, and I like the over the 41.5 in that game. Then you have Jacksonville at Seattle. Seattle's 3.5-point favorites at home. They're -174 on the money line. The Jaguars are plus 145 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 43.5. I like the Seahawks in this game, even without Wilson. The Jags they're just all over the place. They did get their first win, so they are coming off a win. But I don't see them being able to beat the Seahawks here. I would lean towards the Seahawks here. I'd like to get it at 3 instead of 3.5, but not sure if it'll move down. It'll probably go up more, I would think, because I don't see it. I don't know. There could be some money come in on the Jags and move that line. Patriots at the Chargers. Patriots looked good yesterday. They were playing the Jets, so you have to keep that in account. Mac Jones looks like he's getting more comfortable. The Chargers are 5.5-point favorites. They're -255 on the money line. Patriots are plus 210 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 47.5. I like the Chargers here. I think the Chargers defense will be able to slow down the Patriots offense. Chargers are coming off an embarrassing loss to the Ravens before their bye week. I think Chargers are going to come out refreshed from this bye week, and I think the Patriots offense is going to struggle to move the ball. I like the Chargers at the -5.5, and I like I'm going to go with the under the 47.5 because I don't see the Patriots scoring a lot of points. Washington football team at the Denver Broncos. Broncos are 3.5-point favorites. They're -174 on the money line. Washington is plus 146 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 43.5. This is a game that's going to be close. Neither one of these teams are a team that I think are going to compete for a playoff spot. I will lean toward the Broncos here at home. Yeah, I'll lean toward the Broncos here at home. I'd like to get it at 3 instead of 3.5, though. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta go answer the door real quick. I'll be back in just 1 second. Enjoy this clip for a couple minutes, and I'll be right back.
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit. back is messed up.
All right, sorry about that. I had one of the kids at the door and they didn't have their key. All right, next game. Yeah, like I said, for that game, I favor Denver, but like I said, Denver being a 3.5 point, I'd rather get it at 3. Excuse me. And I lean toward the under the 43.5 there. I could see points being hard to come by. Excuse me. Then you have the Bucks at the Saints. Bucks are 4.5 point favorites. They're minus 215 on the money line. Saints are plus 180 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 50.5. I like the Bucks here. Tom Brady's playing some of the best football he's played in his career. I hate to say that because I'm a Colts fan, but I like the Bucks here as 4.5 point favorites on the road, and I like the over the 50.5. Then we have Sunday Night Football, the Dallas Cowboys at the Minnesota Vikings. Cowboys are 2.5 point favorites on the road, minus 142 on the money line. Vikings are plus 120 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 54.5. I would lean toward Dallas here. I don't know how well Minnesota's defense will be able to hold up against the Cowboys. But I'm not a Cowboys fan either, so I'm probably not going to even bet on this game. But if I was going to bet on it, I would lean toward the Cowboys at the minus 2.5. And I like the over the 54.5 in this game. I can see both teams scoring points. And then on Monday Night Football, you have the New York Giants at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are 10-point favorites in this game, minus 460 on the money line. Giants are plus 360 on the money line. Over-under is at 52.5. Chiefs aren't looking good at all. Patrick Mahomes is struggling. He's trying to do too much, and he's making mistakes and turning the ball over. Chiefs defense is just straight terrible. The Giants, in spurts, they look good, but I know this is going to be against popular opinion here, but I like the Giants at the plus 10. I don't know if the Chiefs are 10 points better than anybody right now. The way their defense is playing, and their offense isn't playing real great either. So I would lean toward the Giants at the plus 10 here. And you might even be, if you hold off, you might even be able to, it might go up to 11 or 12 by Monday. So I would wait a couple days, or I'd wait, keep an eye on the line, see which way it starts moving. And if it starts moving more up, yeah, get that the best number you can. I don't think the Chiefs are double-digit favorites over anybody right now. Not the way that defense is playing. That's just my opinion. All right, that's all the football games for Monday. Or not for Monday, for next week. We'll dive deeper into them on Friday and give out our picks for the weekend. That was just kind of an early look ahead at the lines. Tomorrow we'll talk some college football. We'll talk some more NBA. Talk World Series. Got the World Series. World Series starts tomorrow night. Let's talk about that real quick for a minute. The Atlanta Braves at the Houston Astros. Astros are 1.5 run favorites. They're minus 136 on the money line. Braves are plus 116 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 8.5. Morton's on the mound for the Braves. You have Valdez on the mound for the Astros. Both these pitchers have been pitching well. Man, I think it's going. I lean toward the Braves here to plus 1.5. I think it's going to be a close game. I can see both these pitchers going deep into the game. So I would lean toward the Braves here at the plus 1.5, and I'd lean toward the under the 8.5. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. But we'll talk a lot more about this game tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern on Easy Money, a sports betting show. All right, before we get out of here, don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. Also, we're live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. Come join us for that as well. You can find GSR Gonzo Sports Room and Easy Money, a sports betting show in podcast form at Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker Cast, Pocket Cast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about our shows. Our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show, get posted on there. Interview announcements, big show announcements, all that stuff. So follow us on social media at Gonzo Sports Room, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. We have t-shirts, hats, hoodies, beanies, long sleeve tees, a lot of different things on there. I have one of the Easy Money shirts on today. You can see one of the GWR shirts back here. If you're living around the Muncie, Indiana area and would like one of these GWR shirts, you can get a hold of me, Steve, or Eric. We do have some of these in stock. The rest of our stuff is online at our merch store. We also have a donation page at that same link. So if you would like to donate to the show to help the show grow, we'd appreciate that as well. You can find that link in the video description, or it's going across the bottom of the screen in your ticker. Don't forget, Wednesday, special show, special time. We're going to have a special edition of GWR, 7 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday night. Coon Dog Terry Coon, owner of the DCCW, and his head security guy Roger Little are both going to join us Wednesday night at 7. And then Friday we have a big show as the director Hollywood House returns in studio, and the ladies man Mike King returns in studio, 1 p.m. Eastern this Friday. Don't miss it. Going to be an awesome show. Going to be a great time. Two great guys. So make sure you join us for that. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Don't forget, we'll be live here in about an hour and 10 minutes for GSR Gonzo Sports Room. We'll recap everything that happened in the sports world over the weekend. Thanks everybody for joining us. Hope everybody has a great day. Hope you win you some of that easy money. Peace.